Good day, pupils. How are you today? I hope you're fine and I hope you're staying safe. Today we are looking at the topic bones. Bones. I'll learn this objective quickly. At the end of a lesson, pupils should be able to define bone, mention the types of bone, highlight the importance of bones. Okay, can you see the image of different bone? We have skeleton, we have the frontal bone, we have the vertebra, we also have the humerus bone and others. Can you see the different types of bones that we have? Okay, now we'll be moving to the next slide. What do we mean by bone? Bones are the hard part that forms the skeleton of the body of a human or an animal. I take it one more time. Bones are the hard parts that forms the skeleton of the body of a human or an animal. The human skeleton is the internal framework of the body. It's just like before you can hang a cloth to display it in a fashion designer's shop, they always need a frame that they have to place the clothes on. That's the same way a skeleton is. The skeleton is the internal framework of the body, which has flesh added to it. Okay, now bone is composed of 270 bones, or our body, sorry, it is composed of 270 bones at birth. That means once we are giving birth to, we always have 270 bones. 270 means we have to, wow, so much. That's so large. Okay, and when we start growing as adults, the bones start reducing and they become 260 bones at adulthood after some bones are fused together. Okay, you notice or observe that when a little child is born, they always carry the child, they're always careful with the child because the bones are fragile. That means they're not very strong. So as the child grows, the bones start getting stronger. Are we getting that? So at birth, they have so many bones, but when they start growing, those bones start joining up together. That is why it reduced down to what? 206 at adulthood. Okay, are you ready? We want to see some different bones now. Don't scream. Can you see the different skeleton we have? We have different bones. Can you see? Some of them have been mentioned here. We have Uranus, we have radius, we have pelvic, we have femur, we have patella, tibia, fibula. You're still going to take all these different bones in the higher class. We just want to see the major types of bones that we have. In the second image, we can see that we have irregular bones, we have short bones, we have flat bones, we have long bones, and so on. So types of bones now. Types of bones. The first is the long bone. Long bones are mostly found in the arm and in the leg. That is why they are longer. So we have them there. That's why we have our humerus bone, the long bone. Short bones are found in the wrist or an ankle. We found short bone in our wrist or in our ankle. What about flat bone? Flat bone found in the rib, shoulder blade, breastbone, and skull bone. You can see the different place we find flat bones. Rib, your rib, your shoulder blade, where you have your shoulder, your breastbone, where you have your breast, and your skull bone in the head. The fourth one is irregular bone. Irregular bones are found at the spine, where we have a spinal cord. That is where we find the irregular bone. And the last bone there is a sacral bone. So several bones are found in the tendon of the hand, nail, and feet. If you go back looking at the image, especially the second one, you will see that the bones that were referred to as well, the femur bone where we have our nail, the tendon of the nail. You can see the short bone in the wrist, flat bone in the skull, irregular bone in the spine, long bone in the leg where we have femur, and so on. So those are the different bones that we have. So don't forget that in the body we have 270 bone at birth, but as we grow up it reduces to 206. The last slide, importance of bone. Why are bones important in the body? They give human body structure. The bone is what helps to give structure to the body. If one doesn't have bone and has only fat or flesh, you will say that the person will have structure. So the skeleton, the bone is what helps us to have structure. It protects our internal organs. Like, let's use for example, the skull. The skull helps to protect the brain. Are you with me? It helps to protect the brain. If the skull is not there and someone eats the head, that is just on the brain. Imagine what would have happened. Maybe the brain would have poured out. God forbid. Okay, they make it easy for people to move. The bones is what helps us to move. You know, it's with the bones that we are able to move our legs, move our hands, stretch, and things like that. And lastly, bones makes it possible for us to do different exercises. It makes it possible for us to do different exercises. So those are the importance of bone. Okay, we've come to the end of today's class. I hope you enjoyed today's class because I did also. For those joining us via the YouTube, you can always subscribe to our e-learning class via the WhatsApp line being displayed on the screen. Till I come your way next time, pupils, let's stay safe, be good. Bye-bye. Pupils, we're going back to class for more exercises and more learning. Thank you.